everyone, to MythCraft Legends, a convergence of cults. MythCraft livestream with our Patreon legends and a rotating guest cast. I am Nathan, your MythCrafter, and we'll just go down the row and introduce everyone else, starting with Mal.
Oh, hi.
Surprise.
I am Mal, and I'm playing Aster Figari. Let's see what will happen next.
Andy.
Ari Stillbottle, and I've been missing for a while, and who knows what I've been getting up to.
Blair.
Oh yeah, hi, I'm Blair, and I'll be playing Belladonna Sirius, but everyone just calls me Book.
Jesse.
Howdy, I'm Alan. Can't wait to see what we get up to tonight.
Dan.
I'm Quentin, and let's make a bridge to these tarot readers. Yes.
And Corey.
Melazog Shoulder. We might make a bridge, maybe act a little bit of submission from them.
And hopefully we will be joined soon next month with by Luke, our other Patreon legend, but he's out this week as well. So we'll proceed with this group, although I do believe he's in chat, so I'm glad he's able to at least join us there. Last time on MythCraft Legends, you defeated the guardian of the tarot lair, and then proceeded deeper into the bowels of the dungeon, trying to find the Tarot Coven. You came to this beautiful and immaculate puzzle room that I had set out. Cast seal unseal on the door, and didn't do the puzzle. So we will pick up. Last time we left off, you were right outside of this ornate double door, getting ready. It was unlocked, getting ready to proceed into what you presume to be this final chamber. Do we want to establish now? I'll clarify at this point. Oscar, Alex's character, is still with you, and Ari Stillbottle is not here right now. Do you want to establish a marching order before going through the door?
Quentin is obviously going to be going in first. Shield up.
Okay.
Also, just to clarify, I thought at the end of last session we'd actually gone through the door, and there was the corridor that brought up all the weird memories, and then we got to a different door.
Yeah, I apologize. That's the door I was referring to.
Yeah.
You bypassed the puzzle at the first door, got through a hallway, and now you're at this next checkpoint.
I mean, Alan's always happy to take up near the front as much as possible.
Sounds good.
I could go next. I feel like I had an animal spirit out that I had recently
Probably,
summoned last time,
yeah,
but I don't
Probably
remember
your
which
serval.
one it was. Probably. Either the serval or the Komodo dragon.
I don't remember with certainty, so you can take your pick.
Me either. Yeah, let's say serval, just because.
Sounds good. I'll put Volk in the mid-range row on one of the workows. Put him on the healthy workout. Given that he is still operating with a broken leg.
I will go after Volk.
Okay. And then Book in the rear, along with Oscar and Duke.
Yeah.
Okay. Sparkles will be mid toward the back as well. Okay, so as you each pass through the door, I'd like for each of you to roll 1d2.
Okay.
Uh,
Mal,
don't know.
I
why is it
assume
not
you're
going
Astra.
through?
Yes.
Okay, so you got a 2. As
Whoever's
you
was
pass,
the green one was also a 2.
yeah, right. As you pass through the door, you feel a really oppressive force pressing down on your consciousness. And I'm going to be making an attack roll against your fortitude. That is going to be a total of a 4 against your
That
fortitude.
actually misses.
Do believe you're
I'm so
okay.
scared.
Yeah, you feel like there was an external consciousness trying to unnerve you, and even if it worked a little bit, it wasn't able to really get in your head. So you're able to shrug it off and keep going. We've got Dan with a 1. We've got 2 unknown rolls that were 2 and 1. Who had the
I think
green
the
dice?
green was me.
Okay, perfect. And the orange dice?
Mine. Sorry.
No worries.
Mine hasn't
So-
popped up yet. For whatever reason. Let me see if I can make it do something.
Okay. So, Alan, I'm going to be making there it goes. The same attack against you.
You said
And
this
that's
was for fortitude?
It is, and that was only a 6.
That's not going to do it.
Yeah. And since Book also got a 2, I'll go ahead and make that same attack. And once more, this is just some external presence trying to get in your head and unnerve you. Man, hopefully I'm just getting all of my bad rolls out of the way now.
No.
I hope it's a trend.
Set the
And so-
trend.
Against Quentin and against Melazog, I am going to be attacking your logic. This is not so much something pressing on you as an unnerving whisper sort of boiling up from inside you. And Melazog, I'm going to give you an additional +2 on your defense against this.
Okay.
So first against you, Melazog. Only a 7, and then
No.
against Quentin.
Oh,
Okay, a 14.
Yes.
All right. Quentin,
Oh.
you feel this unnerving whisper that seems to bubble up from the base of your neck and into your skull. You realize that you have been traveling with some really monstrous, frightening creatures for some time, and you haven't really given them their due, just how terrifying these things are. They have these huge horns that can pierce and rend. They have these long, oblong, unusual looking faces, and they clatter everywhere they go with their stomping hooves. You gain the phobic condition and are afraid of cows.
Oh no!
Oh,
I think he's at the front. He can start running.
Right.
Oh gosh. And that's pretty much I have to move as far away from what I'm phobic against, right?
Yeah, let's check the phobic condition real quick just to be sure. It is just you're frightened, so it's not the broken effect where you have to run away. It's just you can't willingly move closer to a cow.
Okay. But they're moving closer to me, so I'm like picking up the pace a little bit, and
Right.
definitely sweat going down the back of Quentin's neck.
Yep.
Quentin, slow down. Quentin,
Nope.
slow down. No.
Told
Wait.
to slow down. They're trying to run me over.
They're not.
What?
Yes, they are.
No, they're just trying to keep pace with you. She's
Nope.
not have to try and keep pace. Quentin, please.
So as
Okay.
each of you pass through this doorway, and most of you have no effect, Quentin starts freaking out for some reason. You would also notice an unusual effect on Oscar, which is he disappears. And in his place, Ari pops out.
Oh,
Hello.
Oh,
Well,
this
welcome
isn't where I
back.
was.
I am so sorry that you joined us now, of all times.
You just look at Ari, and she's got like an ethereal arm in in her hand, like just elbow down. Yeah, this is definitely the worst out of the two options.
did that used to be attached to something?
Yep.
What you got there?
An arm.
Of
Just like to
whom?
point
Now,
out
that makes
that
sense
this
to me.
happened right next to me.
It was
I
attached.
am absolutely screaming at this.
Just gonna like throw it behind her. Nothing. Nothing. What are you doing? What are we doing?
Does it land on the ground, or does it just disappear?
I like to think it just floats there.
Okay, I'm gonna pick it up, just to have it. I'm gonna put it in my bag.
Yeah. So, this is. What are you doing? What are we
You're-
doing?
Rolling for initiative.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Maybe I want to go back where I came from.
Oh no.
The streak lives.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay. Any bonus to awareness, Ari?
Yeah, 2.
Okay. Perfect. What was Melizog's roll?
that was a 15.
Perfect. Quentin?
12.
All right. Alan?
14.
All right, and we'll just have the cows go after you.
Okay.
Aster?
Also a 12.
The order is just having Quentin go before Aster. Is that fine?
Hmm?
Cool. And what was book?
6.
6. All right.
The streak continues.
The
It
arm
does.
really traumatized them for the moment.
I don't know why these
Um,
guys are traumatizing.
I am going to use my
Oh yeah. Sorry.
troubadour ability.
Of
I'm
course.
going to bump I guess I'm gonna bump book by 1 because I only rolled a 1.
Sure.
But eyeballing that'll create up a little bit more of a breakup
Yes.
on the monsters before him anyway.
Yep.
So
Awesome.
that tab is
So
my favorite thing.
yeah, as you make your way into this cavern, you would see it is expansive. The ceilings are about 60 feet high. So back to our before we were on air conversation, there is some use for flying in here. Give you some nice elevation. It seems that there are tangles of spiky, thorny roots that are dropping down from the ceiling and crawling out of the walls, and you would see creatures trying to push their way out of them. If anyone has played a Remnant from the Ashes, think about like the root monsters that you fight. Deeper in the chamber, you would see another greenish river, and you would see 3 individuals, each dressed similarly. They each have a glossy, like starry white hair. They each have almost amethyst colored horns. They look like they're made out of the horns look like they're made out of stone rather than like normal horn like keratin material. They are each wearing a shade of purple, although their shades do differ from one to the next, the lightest shade of purple being the one in the far back. And they each have a skin that is some shade of purple, changing hues from front to back. These are individuals that look at you and you can tell their hostile intent immediately. The one in the front draws a massive sword, and she rumbles. Few have made it this far. Powerful you must be to advance, but you will still fall by my sword, as have all before. For the past repeats itself. And Ari, you've popped in first, so you can do whatever you would like to.
Yeah, I worked really hard to get here. It was a super hard trip. It was very difficult. Ari's gonna just look over to Book and just be like, bye, and go invisible. And then she is just going to run a long distance. Are we supposed to be able to see those individuals? Because I have like no vision on them on my map.
What is your dark vision range?
Ooh, I know I have it. I don't know what it is.
Provided that you
From
have
the
it.
were creature, it's 30 feet.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would have been my guess. Okay.
Oh,
There
was
you go.
Yes, thank you, 30.
the hallway leading up to here dark as
Let me
well?
measure then.
It would have been. So if one of you would have lit a torch, then I will add that.
Yeah. Quentin had his twinkling lights in that chamber where the puzzle
Oh,
was.
that's right. That's right.
If it never got light again, he'd probably just keep recasting twinkling lights.
And is that an aura around you, or is that like 5e dancing lights where you like send them out?
It's like the dancing lights. They kind of
Gotcha. Okay.
travel with me.
Yeah.
I think there's like 5 of them.
So Ari, with her short little legs, who are for some reason much faster right now because she was in a battle with a ghost before this trying to eat it, she just goes invisible and dashes 90 feet and goes and hangs out with the individual down to the south.
Awesome.
And that is her whole turn as she just goes invisible and abandons everybody. See ya.
Perfect.
I think I've been drugged.
Where did you come
So-
from? Where did you go?
It would not be the first time it felt that way.
So the guardian that or Ari is hanging out next to has no idea that you are there. And so she is just going to reach down and smash her hand into the ground, smash her fist into the ground, and send a pillar of stone up underneath one of you. Probably underneath Quentin. You're in the front.
Oh.
Oof.
So this will be against your anticipation, Quentin.
Okay.
That is an 11.
I said anticipation meets it,
That-
beats it.
Okay. And so you are propelled 30 feet up on this pillar. So you're halfway between the floor and the ceiling. You're going to take 1d12 damage, and I'll notate your elevation here real quick. So 11 damage to you.
Oof.
I also popped out those 5 torches. Quentin, you should be able to move those around for your dancing lights. Like, you should have
Okay.
control if you click on them.
Okay.
And let's see, that is so the Guardian uses that pillar, and then we'll simply move up.
Rude.
And that's it. So Volk is next. Quentin and Alan will be the next PCs. We've got some other villains to go first, though. And Volk will use Macaroni's MCAP, 1 to move all the way up here, and then 1 to just make an attack against this creature. And a 13 against the Guardian is going to miss, unfortunately. But that will leave Volk on his turn, since he moved up on the cow to just make his normal attacks. I think that... Corey, how long does Enchant Weapon last?
So enchant weapon lasts for 2 hours.
Okay.
And inscription of sharpening lasts for 8.
Okay, Inscription is definitely still up. I think we'll go ahead and say that Enchant Weapon is up as well. So he will make 2 attacks with that. The first one misses, and second one at a 17 will hit. For a total of 18 damage, 6 of which is
Let's
fire.
go.
Nice.
All of which appears to go through.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But as he does, you would all hear a cracking noise like metal against stone. And you would see that even though the sword is striking home, it looks like this creature's skin is in fact stone. It's leaving a fissure and like spiderweb cracks, not
That's so cool.
yeah, the past is set in stone. Got a couple other guys in the before Melazog. So first, those root-like creatures I was mentioning earlier. One of them will crawl out of these brambles over here, and I think attack Sparkles.
No.
No.
Well, now I'm gonna run 90 feet all the way back, Nathan.
Wait, he can't even reach. Never mind.
Oh, good.
He double moves to get ready to attack Sparkles.
Wrong choice, friend.
Yeah, I know. The other ones will soon know. The other one will also shamble up. And then the Tarot sister in the back. Let me check some ranges here. She's got some fun stuff. Right, okay. The This individual will look straight at you, Ari, despite you being invisible.
Cool.
Oh.
Oh,
She waves.
Oh no.
Gives like hand hearts.
My eyes see the present, my eyes see the future. There is nowhere you can go you can hide from me. And
those eyes.
this is going to attack your logic, Ari. It is a 19.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay. What is an animal or what kind of animal would Ari be the most afraid of?
Oh, jeez. Something stupid like butterflies or something.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so a swarm of butterflies descend from the stalactites and appear next to you. I don't know if I have any good stock art for that pre-program, but I'll see what I can
You
find
don't
here.
have a pre-programmed swarm of butterflies, Nathan?
We're about to
What's
find out
wrong
together.
with you?
It is gonna have the stats of a swarm of insects,
Don't like that. Nope.
and you are mechanically phobic of it.
Hmm.
As I try to go ahead. Oh, and then the foreteller, the seer, she will turn invisible herself. All right, so that'll bring us to Melazog. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find some butterflies.
Alrighty. Alright. I can't do anything about the invisibility right now because she's outside of my double sight. But if she was inside it, I would be able to see her. That's a thing we keep forgetting. I keep forgetting about double sight.
Yes, yeah, good to know.
I don't like the fact that this one is trying to go after sparkles. So I am going to attempt to demoralize it first.
Remind me what demoralized or what this attack targets.
Willpower. I got a 12.
All right, that is sufficient on this creature.
Okay. So it is demoralized. Everyone will have TA on attack.
Nice.
Attacks against it. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what spells I can still cast. When in doubt, start blasting. Oh, I'm going to take out my amethyst wand. Getting a, looks like a 15 to hit.
It certainly will. The same scarecrow you just demoralized.
Yes, so
Yes.
actually it would have been 16.
Got it.
I don't know why this is programmed very badly. Or
It's like 8 cold damage.
yes, the 8
Perfect.
cold damage.
All right. Almost bloodied. These things are a little bit
Do it
slow, a
again.
little bit weak. You will hit again.
Oh, I typed that in wrong. It'll be plus 1 more.
Sure, 11. Okay. Just barely by one strand of hay, this blood oak scarecrow is still alive.
Well, not much I can do about that,
Yeah.
because that'll be my turn.
All right, and that will bring us to Alan, followed by the cows.
All
Alan
right.
and the cows.
That is a band name. I am very low on resources after the last several things. So we're just gonna go old school with this one. How's that one? It's barely alive. I think that one will be fine. I don't think it'll manage Sparkles before its next turn.
Right, Sparkles will go right after you, so...
Oh, yeah, that thing's dead.
Yeah.
In that case, I am going to pull out, what did I have? Femur. Yeah. I'll pull out a femur and just go Neanderthal on this one over here. So
Okay.
we're going to move up to it.
So, just so that I have the inventory correct, you've got a femur. Ari has a ghost arm. Many of you have collections of six-eyed humanoid skulls.
I have two
Correct.
femurs, and I think I'm down to one skull left.
Okay.
I think I threw the rest of them at stuff.
Aster took my.
Aster now has the ghost arm.
Okay. Right.
I do have many skulls though.
I also have 5 stolen doilies. I don't know if I can use those as a weapon, but I sure would like to. Yeah, no, so let's see, that was 1 AP there. I believe I've got 5 left. Yeah. So, we will start swinging at this thing. Where's my roll? There it is. There's a 14 hit. And it is
14. Blunt, 14. Yes, that does.
Sweet. So, that'll be 13 damage there.
Nice. Yeah, the scarecrow is bloodied. Takes a step back.
Sweet. I will swing at it again. I think an 18 is going to do it.
Indeed.
Oh, minimum damage, 6.
All right, this one is looking equally wounded as the previous one.
And I was actually wrong, because I used an M-capped move, because I'm on Babe, so I still have
Got one more
2
swing?
AP left.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll swing. I don't think a 9's going to
No.
do it.
No, it's not.
Okay,
It's
so in
still up.
that case, we'll use the other M-cap for a trample.
There you go.
This. 15.
That will hit.
Yay, 7 damage.
Nice. Yeah, he goes down.
Sweet. All right, that's all I got.
Perfect. So we've got the war cows up next. Or rather the unmanned war cows. I guess that's just Sparkles right now. So Sparkles will go... Yeah, Sparkles is going to trample this guy twice, even if the first one takes him out.
You go, Sparkles.
Yeah.
Wow.
Indeed, the first one does take him out, and he just keeps stomping back and forth. Roots the hay up and tosses it up in the air.
Gets a little snack.
Yeah. That brings us to Quentin with Aster on deck.
Quentin's having like an existential crisis. Somehow having all these memories of good times with these cows, and that frightens him even more. So finally, he reaches down, clutches his chest, and he's going to cast heroism on himself.
Okay.
Suspending frightened conditioner.
Nice.
And after he's able to catch his breath, he realizes he's also up very high, and he's not sure what to do about that. But he's going to look down at the one that spoke just as they entered. Even stone can be washed away by the river. And that is his turn. I'm going to save 1 AP over.
Okay. And Aster, you're up next.
Sweet. I am sending my serval over to the Arbiter.
Oh, wrong one.
And then there we go. Serval is going to make an attack. For a 24.
That certainly hits.
For 10 damage, raking claws against stone. And then because that hit, I'm going to roll again against Fortitude.
Awesome.
And I can't remember if I get to add the +5 bonus to the Fortitude roll.
You do.
Okay. It's like, I think I've been doing that.
You would
Okay, 23. She's prone now.
All right. And a quick addendum. You said claws against stone. This one actually has flesh. So especially, so this would be true for Aster and Book, given your superior dark vision as Batfolk. You would have seen that the Guardian has that stony skin I described. The Arbiter, the one that the familiar just ran up and attacked, has... Remember that all of the skin are like purplish hues, but this one is just flesh and blood skin. And then before it went invisible, you would have seen that the one on the opposite end of the room looked almost translucent, ghostly, misty a little bit.
Fascinating.
Right.
Okay. Well, claws at the fleshy one. And then I would like to send a sacred flare towards the little scarecrow fellow that I believe is over near where the one went invisible-ish.
Got it. Yes.
Oh, well, that's a 9.
It's a 9, but it's a sacred flare. That does hit.
Oh, and it is against reflexes. Cool.
It still hits.
It was almost an 8. That'll be 5 radiant damage.
All right. It looks like it especially does not like that, given the divine nature of this.
Okay. Can I do that again? You know what? I can do that again. I'm going to do that
All right.
again.
Awesome.
I might not do that again.
No, not that time.
Okay. That one was a warning. That will be my turn.
All right. We will have this next Blood Oak Scarecrow not learn the lesson from the previous one and run up to Sparkles. And then it will be Book's turn.
All right. So first off, Quentin, can you get down?
Yes. Just give me a minute. I just gotta figure this out.
Instead of letting him figure it out, I will spend 10 spell points and arcane swap.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh, what did happen?
Hello, Quentin.
Oh, hi.
And
Book, you need to
think I
teach
have
me
enough.
that.
Not the time, but sure. All right. So yes, I think we're going to be frostbiting on the nearby scarecrow. So, that's not the sheet I want. This is the sheet I want. And I believe it's against fortitude.
All right.
So 15 versus fort.
That will hit.
All right.
Nice.
For a second, I forgot that
Also
the 0
15.
was a 10. I was like, how'd you do that?
That's how bad I roll, baby.
15 damage. He does not like that.
But he's still standing.
He is still standing.
Let me just check something quickly. Wait, how many AP was? Okay, no, I can still. I've still got enough for one more frostbite in me. That probably isn't going to do it.
Arcane cold damage. No, 8 is not going to do it.
Also, I think I resent the fact that the program calls me Aster's familiar.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
I mean, it's just kind of the smaller batch doesn't mean. Never mind.
That was all for you, right? Book.
Yeah, that took a lot.
Yeah. The next Blood Oak Scarecrow will move twice, and then the one that Aster hit with Sacred Flare will move once, and then make an attack against Volk. But will miss with a 12.
Haha.
He's distracted from being on fire with radiance. And then Duke will guide his war cow. I think just up to up to the other side of Sparkles and try to take care of this scarecrow.
No.
He drops his dagger.
No.
And then he just looks around hoping no one saw.
We all saw.
I saw.
Good job.
You tried to
Next
grab
time,
it.
just try to keep a tighter grip. You got this.
You were trying to use the wrong hand. You don't have that one anymore.
I know. I forgot.
Look on the upside. It's not like you were fighting a good monster when it happened.
I guess. Well, to victory, team! And he's going to activate his aura of aggression now that he's a zealot.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
Reminder, what does Aura of Aggression do?
Aura of aggression, you deal +2 damage while within the aura.
Nice.
That's exactly what Sparkles needed.
And I realized I had the wrong Tarot Coven witch go earlier, so I'll do that correctly next time.
Butterflies for you, jerk. Oh, all right.
I'm just gonna correct their initiatives on the next one, but I'm gonna have the Arbiter go this time, who was supposed to go earlier. So
Are the butterflies attackable?
she will stand firm prone. The butterflies are attackable, yes.
Okay.
They look like just one giant beetle, but don't let them fool you. That's because they're flying very closely together.
That's so cool.
So the Arbiter will stand from prone, and then your Serval is attackable as well, right? Because it's not.
No.
It's a cleric. Oh, it's not. It doesn't have hit
Mm-mm.
points.
Mm-mm.
Okay. That being the case, it will stare at Duke, I think, having just made a display of force, and will attack Duke's willpower, just fixing Duke with a steely gaze. There we go.
Mhm.
And
Right.
it will double down on that gaze and look even harder at Duke
Yeah.
against willpower, and just barely miss. Duke is strong
Nice.
of will. All right, great. Glad I had him, or glad I had her take a turn. That was super exciting. So, Ari, that's going to bring us back to you. But now that we've started combat, every turn, this is the Tarot Coven. Every turn,
Uh-oh.
or every round, I'm going to flip over a tarot card, and that's going to change the stats of the 3 tarot witches.
Cool.
For that turn.
Oh,
Let's go.
Cool.
We first have
Sweet.
the Emperor.
That's great.
what does that
I'm
mean?
not happy about that.
What
Yeah.
does it mean?
I don't know what that does, and I'd sure like to find out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure you will.
I-
Yeah.
You will. Don't worry.
So, from deep down in the cave, all of you just hear screaming. Sorry, just starts to run. Ah! You don't see her, but you hear it. And she just like runs around this pit and then runs straight into the Guardian, and you just hear oof as she runs like straight into the back of his knee, and I'm gonna try to trip him
Perfect.
by running in blind fear.
That's
So
amazing.
this is an attack against their reflexes, and they have a -2 on that. So
Okay.
17.
Furthermore, you are focused against her, so you get an extra +1.
Okay, so that's an 18 against their reflexes.
she is thoroughly tripped.
Yeah, so Ari just screams and runs, and while staring at the butterflies, accidentally runs into this Guardian and knocks them down. That's Ari's whole turn.
And everyone just sees the Guardian fall over.
Yep, you hear
Good job.
screaming, you hear oof, and then the Guardian falls down.
Well,
Good
I
job.
think I know where Ari is.
Yep. Please don't just like do a bunch of area of effect damage there. We like her for the most part. She's very entertaining. I can see her, but yes.
From the ground, as the Guardian plummets to the ground, she punches into it again, and the arcane column is going to shoot higher, pinning Book against the ceiling.
Oh.
That's the theory.
Yep, targeting your anticipation. That's a 15.
No.
Okay, all right, you managed to skirt out of the way. So we'll say you're like holding on to the lip of the column. You're 60 feet up, but you don't take the damage from that.
I mean, I have a climb speed. I can just be on the side of the column at
Oh,
this point.
okay, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
And then the Guardian will just try to punch the Workow. Macaroni. She will hit Macaroni for 10 damage. And Volk goes next. Volk is focused on the Guardian. He still has his inscription of sharpening and his flaming sword. He held over 1 AP last time, so he gets 3 attacks this time. First one, unfortunately, is going to be a miss.
Oof.
No, followed by a crit fail.
Oof.
There we go. 22 will hit. Man, rough turn. 8, 11 total damage to the Guardian. And now the Arbiter will go. This is where I got the initiatives wrong last time. The the Arbiter has grown bored of of Duke being completely unfazed, and so she will move forward, moving past the familiar on the ground there, and look through the brambles to. I'm gonna roll a d3 for this. It's gonna be one of the three of you in the back.
I'm just back here minding my own business.
1, 2, 3. That is gonna be Aster. Against your willpower, Aster, it will stare at you.
Oh,
Does a
no.
14 hit?
Actually, no.
Okay.
That's so cool. Okay.
So she moved, she stared at you. Her stare is not working, so she is going to stare harder and see if she can
Uh-oh.
get you to pay attention this time. Oh, wait, is this a... No, it's not. Never mind. 20.
She's staring at me.
Yeah,
what-
and you're just wilting under that gaze like a child in front of a disapproving parent, and you gain 1 death point.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
jeez.
Yikes!
Okay.
You're looking a little pale there. You okay?
Yes. Fine.
Oh,
And that'll bring us back to Melizog.
All right. Since you like to stare at people, why don't we have a little bit of a staring contest, eh?
And I'm gonna try and blind her.
Okay.
Yes, I was waiting for this.
Oh no.
No, I wasn't waiting for that. Not like this.
I was
Not like
Lori, I would
that.
like you to know every time that I've been on this stream with you guys.
I've blinded myself.
Spell.
How long are you blinded?
So blind is only for a singular turn.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Can't
so
see me
good.
anymore.
Oh god, this is
Melazog, you're blinking. I thought you were just talking about doing a staring contest.
Melizog's eyes are just covered over in that dark purple color.
Oh,
They are. Yes. Yes.
Did she stare at you too?
Not in the same way that she stared at you. And then
I'm also gonna try and demoralize her with a stanza. It's verbal, but I don't know if an 11 will beat willpower.
Against this one, it actually does.
Okay, so she's at least demoralized, and I'm
Okay.
blinded. And then I will end my turn with 1 AP.
Okay. And Alan,
This
that
is
brings
why I
us to
cast
you.
spells that don't involve rubbing salt in my eyes.
it's not salt. It's. We'll talk about that later, about what it actually is.
I don't know if I want to know.
So let's see. I have things. Oh right, okay, I don't have that thing that I thought I did. That's okay, I don't need it. I'm going to look down at this thing, and it's definitely not the big fish, but I also don't want to just leave it to deal with anybody else.
Right.
So, because I am on the war cow, does that count as having an ally within 5 feet of it?
Yeah,
for the sake
certainly
of,
not for flanking, but for like pack tactics, if you have something that has that kind of
Yes.
effect. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it does.
Sweet. So I have a TA on it, or I have
Nice.
focused against it. Is what it
Nice.
is. But yeah. So I'm gonna drop a lasso on it. Ooh, does an 11 do it?
That's the magic number.
Oh,
Ooh.
sweet. So it is restrained.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna loop that around the saddle horn. Will that cost me an AP? Just to attach that rope to the bull?
Let's say yes, it does.
Okay, so that's 3. Then I'm going to spend an MCAP to move, let's see, 5, 10, 6. Oh, hang on. Let me just measure this. I guess it would be
Yeah.
there. And we'll spend another MCAP to just move the rest of the way. I don't like that it's over there by Duke. Got to keep Duke safe.
Gotcha.
I've got 3 AP left. I don't like
I'm gonna
that.
say it. I'm just gonna say from that it does not take damage. It doesn't take like cheese grater damage from the stones.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, and then I'm gonna try to smack the big thing there, with the femur.
Mhm.
How about a 19?
That will hit her.
Sweet, and because I'm now in the aura, it'll be this plus 2.
Yep.
So 10 damage.
Nice.
And then I will just hold on to 1 AP.
Perfect. Unridden war cows, that would still just be Sparkles. So, Sparkles will just try to finish off this crow, this scarecrow. That second one is gonna miss, even with flanking. Oh, she didn't need to. She. They. What is Sparkles' gender? I never remember.
Probably a she. I don't know if we
Probably
ever
a she.
checked.
Okay.
I don't think we ever determined that.
Okay.
I like he, she, they.
Yeah.
Sparkles is whatever
Gremlin.
Sparkles wants to be in the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Because everybody's too afraid to question it.
Yeah. So Sparkles will use he, she, their final movement to just go up to the arbiter, and then it will be Quentin's turn.
Quentin, fuck them up, please.
And I will be passing you an additional action point.
Oh, gosh. I do. Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna go up there then. Good luck. Well, Quentin's gonna 1 AP keep heroism going. I need to roll because I get some shield HP. So I have 2 shield HP. Let's go. And then, let's see. That leaves me with 5. We're gonna 2 AP reach up as we're like kind of looking up at Book. Oh, yeah, I think I remember how I could have got down. And he's gonna pull those wisps of thought from his forehead and summon his Burb familiar. And let's see. And he's gonna have it carry him up here. At which point he is then going to activate his aura, because he is a zealot as well, but it's an aura of protection.
Nice.
and that will drop him to 0 AP and end his turn.
Perfect. Astra, you are up next.
Cool. Okay. Serval, go forth. And Serval is going to slash out at the fleshy one again.
Okay.
That will be a 16 to hit.
It certainly will.
Okay. So firstly, 6 damage.
Okay.
And then this is against Fortitude.
That hits.
Prone again.
Yep.
And then I'm going to try to finish off the scarecrow that I hit before.
Okay.
Oh, it's a 12.
That hits.
Okay.
Nice.
For 8
Nice.
damage.
Okay.
Nice.
It's
nice.
really, really hurt from that.
Cool. With a little bit of extra confidence, I will do it again.
Nice.
That's
Beautiful.
a 6 for radiant damage.
Yeah, he goes down in flames.
That's my turn.
Perfect. Book, you are up next. Blair, I'm not sure if you heard me or if there's an internet lag bit in this book.
Sorry.
No worries.
Okay. I heard you're up next, but not who that your was. So,
Gotcha.
okay. So we're established I'm clinging to the side of a pillar about 60 feet off the ground. Or as I interpret it, that means I can basically make ranged attacks and ignore the just logjam of companions between me and the target.
Yes. That is fair.
As I, yeah, I think this is actually where I want to be. Where I want to be at the moment. So yes, I think we are going to. Boring though it may be, frostbite on the arbiter or whatever it was called. So 20 versus fort.
That will hit.
For 7 cold.
Okay.
And the second one of those. $15 fort.
And that will also hit.
For 14 cold.
Nice. Okay.
And then I will bank 1.
Excellent. The Blood Oak Scarecrow that is restrained is just going to try to attack Babe.
Ooh.
Oh no.
No.
That's what I like to see.
No.
Babe is going to take 13 damage.
Oof.
Is Babe still standing?
By 1.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
And it's Duke's turn after that. He'll move down 1 and try to take care of this Scarecrow, picking up his knife. I guess for that to make sense, he's going to dismount, pick up his knife, and then try to stab it.
You could do it. Just hold it
It
firm.
is restrained, so 2d20 and take the higher.
Good call. He hits.
Good job, Duke.
Thanks,
him,
guys. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Yes, that's right.
And finally, let me consult the prognosticator wherever she may be.
You don't have to do that.
And did that include his aura damage?
It did, yes.
Okay. Seems so low.
Okay, first things first. All right. This is so boring, but she's just a long way away and is gonna position herself.
I mean, she could stay a long way away.
She could also just continue to just move and not do anything else on her turns.
Well, no, she's got one trick up her sleeve she is going to use. She becomes visible again as she hurls one of these rocks on the ground, seemingly at a completely empty space.
Oh no.
What's your problem, lady?
Using the greater telekinesis spell to try to just plow a boulder through you. That is only an 11, though, against...
I think it's
reflexes.
reflexes.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
misses.
All right. Well, yeah, she moved. She's a lot closer now. She threw a boulder at you and missed. And it is your turn now, Ari.
Not that I want to do this, but you didn't put the butterflies in initiative. I think
Oh, thanks. Yeah, they were going to go right after her. And of course, they're going to... Well, they can't see you. I guess the butterflies will attack the next closest target, which is the war cow macaroni.
Oh no.
Oh no, they bite Buffett in with their tiny wings.
They will miss with a 10 there. So thank you for reminding me. They went. I'll add them to initiative right now. And it's your turn.
Ari, just having a boulder fly over her face, is just gonna be like, "Okay, hate this," and she's just gonna drive her claws into the prone lady in front of her, popping out of invisibility.
Okay.
But that's gonna make well, if she hits. So she's unseen. So a 14 to hit
14
would be against AR.
against AR. Not quite going to do it.
Okay, well,
just
she's
because
still
of the...
visible. She's still invisible then.
Oh, there you go.
So she'll try again.
Okay.
Wouldn't you have flanking with, or not quite?
Not quite.
Not quite.
Bigger creatures are weird sometimes.
Okay, so I don't hit at all. So she just.
Wasn't there a focused against that one, or did it go away?
That's true.
Oh,
there's a
thank you.
focus. So-
Focused is no longer accurate. Now we have
Okay.
the prophet in effect,
Oh, okay.
which
Unless it suddenly makes me hit, I just
Doesn't-
miss a
no.
bunch of times.
does not change your attack stall.
Cool. So I'm still invisible because I missed all of those attacks.
Yeah.
Super
Little
super useful turn.
victories.
Hey, what the stupid ghost arm? That's it. That's her useful turn.
All right, the Guardian is going to stand up from being prone and continue its attack on Macaroni. Well, no, it'll swipe at Macaroni once, and then it will start another column somewhere else in the cave. A 13 is going to hit Macaroni for 9 damage. He is bloodied. And then I think it's going to have to be Quentin again. This is going to be against your anticipation, Quentin.
Okay.
19.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, yeah, another pillar slams you 30 feet up into the air. For 1 whole damage.
Oh.
Yeah, my shield HP did something.
Yay.
That's all for the Guardian. Volk is next. This really might be all for the Guardian. No more TA, though. So it's just the +1 from Inscription of Sharpening. So the first one hits, and the second one misses, and then he'll hold over 1 AP. For 8 normal damage plus 3 fire damage, 11 total, and then Macaroni will make his trample attack, but will miss with it. And that's going to bring us to the Arbiter, who is demoralized and prone, but otherwise doing okay. And still has line of sight on Aster.
No.
Yeah.
I think she should turn around.
She's going to stare at you. She is going to keep staring at you.
Dang it.
21 against willpower.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be 1 death point.
Why? Do something else.
She's going to stare at you harder for saying that.
No. I didn't say that. No, Mal said that. No.
That's another death point.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not feeling too good, Mr. Stark.
Right. That will take us to Melisog.
Fun thing about blind is it doesn't end until the end of my next turn. So I am still blinded.
Good stuff.
Ah,
Love to hear
yes,
that.
great stuff. Love to hear it. Absolutely adore hearing it. I will start off with trying to use Glum. I'm gonna use Quivering on that. The one that I had. Let me double check the.
The demoralized.
Yeah, I had him demoralized, but I think I'm gonna go try and make him shaken instead.
That's going to hit any defensive targets.
Yeah, it'd be willpower.
Okay.
And so they're shaken, maybe, and then I'm going to use metal, which will give protected to Aster.
Thank you.
So 1, 2.
+2 AR and physical defenses. Nice.
Yep. I am also going to. I think I'm still within range. I'm not. It's really hard to guess ranges. I'm kind of going off of what I remember people were. I think I'll be able to hit this cluster. I will also place metal on Macaroni and Duke.
Okay. What is the range on it?
40 feet.
Gotcha. Macaroni is actually just out of range, but Duke has it.
Oh, okay. Then Babe instead.
Got it. All right. Anything else?
No, I'll end my turn with one action point.
Perfect. Which will bring us to Alan.
All right. Well, I was gonna ignore the scarecrow until the big things were gone, but then it almost killed Babe, so it
Yeah.
has to die.
Yeah.
I held one over, so I'm starting with 7. We're just gonna smash it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the crit's gonna do it.
Yep.
So let's see. That'll be this roll plus 12, 10 for the crit and 2 for the aura. Nice. 14 damage. So 26.
Okay. Yeah, he's flattened.
Dang, on a
Don't touch
scarecrow.
Quentin's gonna look over the pillar down just in time to see that and be like, "Oh my! Should I get Babe out of there for you?"
Yeah, go ahead. Get Babe out of here.
Oh, okay.
Well, before Babe leaves, it's going to trample the Arbiter.
Mhm.
Boop.
I thought that was going to be another
hovered on
crit
that
for a
20.
second. Yeah.
Hovered.
So
Yeah.
close.
But yeah, I think that's going to hit.
It is.
That'll be 11 damage with aura.
Okay, so it takes that, but here's the really unfortunate thing. That was an unarmed, or a natural weapon, rather. The Arbiter, since it's like bleeding, it's gushing its blood from the attacks from the serval and everything
No.
else. It secretes toxins that deal 1 damage to Babe,
Oh,
dropping Babe down to 0.
no.
Oh.
Regret.
Oh.
I think I already used my natural remedies potion. Yes, I believe I did. Dang it. Well, nothing I can do for it.
Please
So
hold.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
trying to realize if I can help or not.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to find how many spell points I have left. No, I'm sorry. I used them all to open that door.
Any other interaction from anyone else?
Just sadness.
Yeah, Quentin has buried whatever that fear is so deep, and he's remembering all the good times, and he's starting to tear up, and he's going to use the last of his spell points and keep standing Babe.
Okay. That's 1 hit point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that hurts a lot. But thank you. And I'm gonna dismount. Would that cost 1 AP by itself, or would it be part of a movement?
We'll say it does not cost movement. Or AP, rather.
So
I believe it's 1 AP to mount and not to dismount.
Okay. And then I'm gonna just move over here, add some flanking to everything. Let's see. 2, 3. Got 4 left. I'm gonna use 1 to put Battlefield Tactician on the Arbiter.
Okay.
So everybody gets focused. And I guess I'll just smack it. It keeps hovering on that 20.
I know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So close. So close.
But yeah, I think that'll do it without the bonuses even. So
It will, yeah.
I'm not in the aura anymore, but about 14 damage.
Okay.
And then I will hold 1 over.
Perfect. War cows. Let's see. We've got 3 dismounted war cows, although Babe just went, so I'm not going to have Babe go again. Sparkles is going to do the same thing as Babe, not learning from Babe's mistakes. And we'll miss with a 12. Ooh, and miss with a 5, and then we'll snort in disappointment. And I think the other war cow is probably just going to saunter down to the butterflies and just start, shaking its head around it then. More playfully than anything, but it's still effectively going to be an attack.
Gonna skewer a couple.
Right. Not with a roll like that, though. All right, Quentin is up next.
Yeah, so our familiar's gonna fly up and grab Babe. And bring Babe back here. Mount delivery service.
Nice.
But that leaves Quentin 30 feet up. Not
It
much he
does.
can do. I am gonna spend 1 AP to keep heroism going, so I need to roll another d6. Yeah, one shield HP.
Yeah, I'll make sure it counts.
Much appreciated. We are pretty hurt, though. Is there any way Quentin can run and leap off this and cover that 10 feet to try and use his shield to pile drive down on the Arbiter here?
Totally. You will take falling damage either way. But
Yeah.
if you hit with the attack, then I'll apply the falling damage to the creature as well.
Okay. What kind of check or roll do I need to make this happen?
We'll just do an attack roll. Just a strength-based attack roll.
Okay. Uh, 10.
And unfortunately, that does miss.
Dang.
You will take only 5 falling damage.
All right.
Hold on. I will spend a luck point to let Quentin reroll that.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
I will spend a luck point to let Quentin reroll that.
Oh, you're spending another one?
Yeah, I want you to hit.
Okay.
Nice.
There we go. Now
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
super cool.
Now it's super cool. Yeah, you both take 5 falling damage.
That seemed to work a lot better than it should have. I'm so confused. How much AP would you say that took? Do the
2.
okay.
It's really cool, Quentin.
Quentin, you flew.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. That was invigorating. My shoulder hurts though. I don't recommend. We're gonna use another AP to get Babe 30 more feet down the hall, out farther away from harm. And then
Eagle med.
we're just gonna I think we're gonna move around behind this thing to try and help impose a shield for
Okay.
Alan, and that will be all my AP, and that will proc my reactive AP generation.
Perfect. Sounds good. That'll bring us to Aster.
Were the cows affected
Esther.
by the trauma roulette as well? In the hallway?
No, they were not.
Okay.
Aster, your friend seems to be doing quite well. Perhaps you can keep at it. I'm going to give you an additional action point.
Thank you. I don't know whose voice that was.
It was Melizog's. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Swipey claws. Okay. Another question. I almost just said adjudicator. What is this one called? that I've been hitting?
Arbiter.
Arbiter. Is the arbiter still prone? I've been missing if she's been getting up.
She is still prone.
Okay.
You don't have to be standing to stare at someone.
That's fair, I guess. Well,
It sounds so much
then.
more petulant. She's staring up from the ground.
Right.
I hate it
like
more.
An angry toddler.
Claws attack. Nope.
Nope.
That's sad. I'm actually going to fire a sacred flare at her. That is a 24 against reflexes.
Nice. That hits.
We're gonna see with radiant damage. It's 5.
Does that make a difference? No. She takes the 5.
Okay. What else do I want to do? I remember. I am going to cast Commandment. And that will be against willpower.
Okay.
It's a 10.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. I'm going to say, stay. And then I'm going to run and
Okay.
hide behind this pillar, so hopefully breaking line of sight.
Okay. Yep. I'll allow that. Yeah, for sure.
That will be my turn.
Perfect. That brings us to Book.
Okay, so from my position, how badly off does the Arbiter look?
Definitely bloodied. Nearing single digits.
Nearing single digit. Well, okay. I guess the strategy then is just pile on. Frostbite. Shock upon shock.
That is +1 from focused.
Okay,
Well,
so does a...
I don't know if you're within 40 feet, actually.
Not quite, no.
Just one from prone,
no.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Or
no,
just,
until
yeah,
you are.
just within.
Oh, but you're also 60 feet up, so no.
Fair.
Yeah. So, regardless, 13 would hit, except that the Prophet card comes up and you're going to have to re-roll that.
What?
Dang.
I already forgot about the cards.
13 is the magic number, so 12 misses.
Dang.
Ugh. She saw an ever so slightly better future. Well, if there's one thing I've learned from her, if it's that staring at something once doesn't work.
Oh,
Then it
that was
still
almost
doesn't
a
work the next time.
16.
I've also learned apparently how to suck. All right, I banked one, so I've got enough for one more. Let's see if we can do something.
There you go.
Let's go.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Ah.
8 cold damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Disappointing,
Duke.
but whatever.
Getting there. Duke is gonna grab
Duke,
his
this is
dagger
all on you.
and run at the butterfly swarm, and just start hacking at it.
That's warrior speed, dude. Maybe
He
not.
misses.
He looks like he's playing
Duke.
just as playfully as Bull.
Right.
He's doing his best, I think.
And all right, the prognosticator will send another stone at Ari, and I'll do it correctly this time. So you're going to be taking some damage, no matter what.
I mean, I
Um,
will take the damage from last time if you want to roll it.
Haha.
Okay,
Ari dances.
crit fail. Yeah. Okay, so the one from last turn missed. The one from this one misses. The debris of them slamming into the column behind you, and the stones that shower down are still going to damage you.
Holy cow.
Ooh,
First
what?
one is 10 damage.
Okay.
Second one is
Stop it.
13.
Ouch.
Yep.
Yikes.
And then, yeah.
I've
I think
done
we've been
literally
sleeping on
nothing
the
but go
frightening one.
invisible.
It's because we didn't see them at first, I think.
Nobody
Yeah, it will
sees
just
me take this damage either.
start moving up towards you.
Oh
Almost.
god.
It's flickering in and out of existence, almost like a strobe light, but mix that with kind of a misty effect.
Don't like that.
And then the butterflies. Gonna attack Macaroni. It's gonna hit Macaroni. Butterflies hit hard. That's 10 damage to Macaroni.
What?
Oh.
And you wonder why I'm
They're
afraid
scary. Right. It's your turn, Ari.
of Ari is just gonna step up to this lady who's throwing boulders at her. She's like, all right, fine. See if it works this time. But she's just gonna try to attack her with her claws. I'm guessing it's not gonna work regardless because it sounds like she's weirdly ethereal. But that's a 16 to hit.
16 is
Oh
not.
wait,
gonna
I
hit.
get 2d20 and get the higher. That's an 18 to hit.
18 is gonna hit.
Cool. For 13 sharp damage.
Heck yeah.
And
Awesome.
She pops out of being invisible. Finally. She hit something.
Ari. Hello.
Oh, hi! It's jerk over here's been throwing boulders at me and just keeps missing like a dick. And that's Ari's whole turn. She just stabs into this woman with her claws and stands like, I don't know, thigh height probably.
Yeah. Awesome. The guardian of the past, the stony skinned one, is standing again, it's going to send the pillar with... oh, wait, no. Quentin jumped off the pillar. Foiling my plans.
Yay!
Oops. Sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oil.
Well, it's going to start out with the mean option, and it's going to hit macaroni.
No, it's not.
It's going to hit at macaroni. It's going to do that same thing again. Punch macaroni a second time.
Ah.
And that will hit macaroni. Doing 8 damage and taking down that poor cow.
No.
Oh, no.
No, macaroni.
So Volk drops to the ground. I'm not going to impose any damage, but remember Volk has a broken leg, so has the slowed condition. And with its last action, I think the Guardian is just going to move over next to Ari to
Okay.
provide
Hey.
provide flanking for...
I was actually next to you the whole time. What a
It
funny
just
coincidence.
stares stonily at you.
Could at least
and-
say hello.
Volk
I'm in
will
danger.
hobble. Volk will hobble up so that he is flanking the Guardian with you, Ari. That's one of his AP, so he only gets 2 attacks this time, and he'll hold over an AP again. 11 is going to miss. 12 actually is still going to miss, but 21 will hit. 13, 14, 15 damage. Pick on someone your own size, Volk
Yeah.
will say. And it will be the Arbiter's turn, followed by Melazog. Well, the Arbiter has to stay put. And it can't see... there is no way it can see Aster.
Yes.
So I think she will just heft her mighty sword. She will stand from prone. She is shaken, so she's got a -2 to these attack rolls, but she's going to attack Alan directly.
Okay, when an enemy makes a melee attack against me, I can make a 1 reactive AP natural weapon attack against them. And if they miss, I have a TA and +2 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So, once it attacks, I'll...
18 versus armor rating.
That'll do it.
Okay.
Still gonna make my swing, although I know I will take damage because it is a natural attack.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like a 22 for me.
It's a hit, yeah.
8 damage.
All right. And to you, it's going to be 11 sharp and 1 toxic, and then from you doing the natural weapon, 3 corrosive. So altogether, that's going to be 15 to you.
I feel like I got the shorter end of that deal.
Little bit.
I did
Although
soak
she-
up 4 of that with shield HP though, so
Good. She is in single-digit hit points now. She's clearly on her last legs. But knowing that she also hit you pretty hard, she is going to swing one more time.
Oh.
15.
let's see, what does the aura do for me?
You know what? 13 first off, because shaken.
Oh, okay, well then 13's not going to do it. I already know
As far-
I'm above that.
As far as the aura right now, all it does is +1 to Ant, Lodge, and Will.
Gotcha. But yeah, that doesn't quite beat my AR where it's sitting at the moment.
Perfect. Now, the previous one, the 18 down to a 16 still would have, I believe, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, good. All right. Melazog is up, and then Alan.
All right. Seeing how devastated this person is, I am going to take a blast with my... first, I'm going to attempt to demoralize. It'll be a 14, I think, versus willpower.
14 versus willpower. That will hit that one, yes.
Okay. And then I will blast with my amethyst wand. Yeah, 9's not going to do it. And I'll try it one more time.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So that will be 13 damage.
Melizok, how do you do it?
He shoots twice with his wand. The first one, because he's trying not to hit Sparkles, just kind of veers off a little bit. The second one, however, just turns him almost into an icicle before it shatters.
Awesome.
Cool.
And Melizog's just like, well, guys, we got this. One down, 2 more to go.
Help!
Yeah. Let's go help Ari. Let's
I'm on my way.
go help.
By the
Ari.
way, the active tarot for this round is the Star, which does not affect any of your attacks. It's a defensive ability that may or may not come up.
Cool.
All right. Alan, I'm sorry.
All I know is we killed the present. You
Yes.
should convince the future that it shouldn't be here.
Mm.
that was an incredible shot, Melozak. Well done.
I am doing what I can. Perhaps you can move me a little bit closer when your friend comes back.
Okay.
Perfect. That will bring us to Alan.
All right. So let's see. I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 there. 5, 10, 15, 20. Ugh. 3 AP to get up to this thing. Leaving me with 3, which is enough to take a swing at it. Using the bludgeon. Let's see, with flanking and my focused, a 14.
14 on. That is not quite going to hit. No.
Dang it.
Stone
And I
skin is
will
hard
just
to
hold
hard to
one
get through.
over.
All right.
It was only 40 feet from where you were.
Going
I
through
had
the
to
eyes is
kind of
twice.
go around stuff
Okay.
Oh, okay.
because I feel like going through you guys, it would have been. 5, 10.
Yeah, going through the allies is double movement, so you would have been. by
Right.
foot.
Yeah.
Well, the war cow is going to continue to swing its head back and forth, and the butterfly is not really hitting any of them, but doing its best. Sparkles will rush over and attempt the same thing. Sparkles will hit the butterflies.
Sparkles nose.
Sparkles knows. Sparkles did... Cool. Because they are a swarm, they have resistance, or they have a little bit of damage reduction against everything that is not an area of effect attack, but Sparkles is still decently effective against them. And that brings us to Quentin.
Okay. So it's going to take its just natural movement, our bird, to come back down the 30 feet to Melozog. And then we're going to spend 1 AP to carry Melozog 30 feet forward. Going to spend another AP bring us down to 3 to keep heroism going. See if I get it.
Thank you, Quentin.
Oh, you're welcome. This time I have 5 shield HP.
Nice.
We're going to use 2 AP to move up. Actually, we'll back it up so it's just 1 AP. And then we'll use our last 2 AP to bat at some butterflies on our way.
Okay.
Just a 10.
10 is actually going to miss the butterflies. They swirl around in like the air current after your hand, but you don't hit any of them.
They're tedious.
They're playing with me.
Astra, it's your turn.
Okay. My familiar is gonna move over next to Ari.
Hi.
Kind of wag its tail, swish its tail in recognition, and attempt to take a swipe at the stony one. It's a 15.
That's not quite going to do it. Your serval's claws seem to rake across the stone without much impact.
Okay. So hopefully it knows what it's in for next time, though.
Right.
And then I will send a couple sacred flares at the one's name that I'm not going to say.
Prognosticator.
Yes.
Yeah, the future.
Well, that one's not going to hit.
It's not. Oh wait, what was it targeting?
Oh, I forget. I always forget it's not AR. It's reflexes.
Okay, but it's divine, right? Your sacred
Yes.
flare. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it does not hit.
Okay. How about an 11?
11. No, also no.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah, so you get the sense it would, right? Like you make direct contact, but it seems to just fade through the specter of the future without doing any like actual effect.
Okay. Oh, God. I have a short bow. I'm going to attempt to shoot it.
Okay.
I will not.
No.
Everything sucks. Okay. That will be my turn, I suppose.
All right. Book is up next.
All right. So this is going to sound like a weird question off the bat. How badly hurt does Volk look?
Volk is bloodied. Exactly. He hasn't taken any damage since his last recoup.
I'm so very sorry for this. I'm going to drop Snowball here.
Nice. Okay.
It targets Fort, and more importantly, it's an AoE.
Yep.
So, there we go. No, that's not the wrong sheet. So on the butterflies, on the...
Oh, for AoE, just roll once and compare it against all of the different...
Oh, well,
yeah.
That first one was a 17 against Fort.
That will hit everyone.
I'm sorry.
Do what you gotta do.
So, 10, and they're all knocked prone.
Nice. And the butterflies shatter in little like tinkling chime noises as they hit the ground.
That's actually quite pretty.
Hell yeah.
Dog, they were playing with
And-
me.
They were evil.
And probably delicious.
Oh, you eat butterflies
Especially
as well.
frosted.
Oh yeah, most flying insects, really.
It's been a while since I've been around another bat.
Is that all for book?
Let's see, I got 2 left. So, no. Let's it's against fort, and the stone one's probably got really good fort. It's also closer to dead. So, no, let's do an attack on fort and see what happens.
All right. On the guardian, the stone one.
Yep.
I mean, with a roll like that, yes, you hit.
All right. And
All right.
that's 9 cold damage.
Yeah, and especially because it's cold, because it's like frosty, it seems to be really widening the fissures in her skin. She looks in rough shape right now.
Well, she looks in rough shape later because it was the last of my spell points.
All right, Duke will
All right.
rush. I'm sorry, was there?
Nope.
Okay, Duke will rush forward and stab at the guardian. I really felt more comfortable with the butterflies, but that's not a problem anymore. So let's see if I can take care of this. Hey, he hits
No.
for 4 whole damage.
Yay.
Something.
Look at you go.
Yeah,
Good job, Duke.
and now it's the prognosticator of the future's turn.
Don't you leave. Don't you fucking I'm going to corner and make an attack.
Okay.
And if I hit, I get to just follow her.
Okay.
That's a 20 to hit.
You do hit.
Nice.
Do I do damage? Then 1 AP to make an unarmed reactive attack. Yep.
Yeah.
So that is 12 damage.
Nice.
And I just don't you that no.
No.
Follow at her
No.
ankles.
Okay.
Don't you dare.
And she gets to the center of this clump here and then turns
Uh-oh.
back to you and just smiles at you, Ari, and then spreads her hands and they dissolve into mist tendrils, almost making her look like she has octopus tentacles. And she says, "Let me show you what the future may hold." And energy explodes out from her, completely changing the nature of the cave as you see it into countless possible futures.
Whoa.
We will find out what those futures hold in the future after our intermission.
Whoa.
No.
Wild.
We'll call it about 13 minutes, everyone. So we'll be back at 9:10 Eastern. We will see you all soon.
All right.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So we left off right as the prognosticator of the future decided to display to all of you the myriad futures that might befall you. And so the room shifts and it turns into these nightmarish hues of obsidian and like grayscale with a fine purple mist over everything. And this mist seems to take on the vague shape of different things that might transpire before dissolving again and taking on new shapes.
Cool.
Whoa.
The dark future resembles the Spencer's gifts.
And Ari, it'll be your turn now. Now that we're in this dark possible future, the tarot witches get to choose between 2 cards each time. So they're going to choose between the Orphan and Judgment.
I were them. I would pick the Orphan.
Do we get to know what they choose, or
I will tell you what they choose. The Orphan would let them charm you. But no, I think Judgment is the way to go.
Rude.
Sounds much worse.
much worse?
So much worse.
I'm really regretting having not read all of those things yet.
Oh yeah, you canonically have Harker's Guide to Vampire Hunting, right? So like it would be
So,
completely
with that being
therapeutic.
said, no,
Oh,
because I don't think Melazog knows that that's what's happening, right?
true.
Right.
That'd be great if it turns out Judgment is in fact like just the least offensive one across the board. It just has a really scary name.
Right.
Yeah, they really just like think things about us, make a snap judgment. You know, it's not anything physical at all.
The shoes really don't go with that top.
Yeah, they just go full Mean Girls on us.
I am judging you.
Hey,
Yeah,
I picked
go
the
here.
blazer up off a short guy.
All right. Ari, when you're ready, you can kick us off.
He's just gonna take 2 claws attacks. I really don't like where you guys brought me. Next time, bring me someplace nice. That's gonna be a miss. That's gonna be a miss. That's it. That's it.
It was not my choice to bring you here. I did not know you would be showing up. I probably would use different spells.
Yeah,
I don't know who you are.
The Guardian will stand from prone and stare down at Alan.
Before it makes its attack, I have totally forgotten about my familiar this whole time. Can I retroactively have had it use its ward ability? Because that's the intention of it.
That's what
being
you've
in my
been
pocket.
doing. Yes. Yes.
I completely forgot about it last time I took damage. Not going to worry about that. I just was thinking about for this one.
Yeah, for sure. Let me grab him real quick. So he's on the field.
And I did save a reactive AP last time, didn't I?
I believe so.
Sweet. So I will also be doing Counter-Strike.
Nice. So it is going to stare down at you and just shake its head in judgment. And it's going to make an attack against your willpower.
Oh, this isn't a melee attack, is it?
It is not a melee attack.
Okay, then I won't count.
All right. And it is a 24.
That more than hits.
Okay. How many psyche talents do you have currently?
I think just the one.
Oh, lame. Okay. You take 12 psychic damage as it judges you.
Okay. I will use Blue's reduction thing. I had that somewhere. Here it is. I'll take it down by 3.
Okay. Yeah, that's something. And that'll bring us to the next initiative order. So that's going to be Volk. And he's going to see if he can finish off. He's got flanking with the familiar, so +1 TA, +1 from sharpening. So 2 above what I roll here. 16 just barely hits the Guardian of the Past. Yeah. 8 damage. And second attack.
And D6 of fire from enchant weapon.
Yep. The second attack also hits, and that will be enough. So he takes down the Guardian right after it judges Alan.
Nice.
And Melzog,
The way
it
that
would.
thing's looking at me.
Yeah. Melzog, it would be your turn, but first the prognosticator goes, "We're in my world now, not your world." And it is going to take its first mythic action of this fight.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Oh no, she's got friends on the other side.
Oh no.
Thank you. Yep. And it is going to. She's going to turn around and slam her horns down at Ari, which is a really awkward gesture for her, given how big she is in comparison. But
Make yourself tiny.
she makes it work. And Ari, this is going to be against your armor rating, just a straight up gore attack. Well, that's boring. A 9 to hit.
Or just dodges. Ha!
Okay.
It's my world. Not really. But
You need to learn when to speak and when to hold your tongue, and she's going to judge you.
ow.
Oh.
24 against willpower.
Yeah.
Ari, how
Oh.
many psyche talents do you have?
1.
So boring. Okay. Take 13 damage.
Oof.
Psychic damage from being judged.
That brings Ari down to 0.
Oh, goody. Everyone
Wait,
gain
we
1
all
fear?
gain fear? No!
Mhm.
Ugh.
Do I also gain fear when I go to 0?
Yes. And that is Melizog's turn.
Alrighty. When in doubt, make it work. First off, I'm going to attempt to demoralize. Getting a 21 versus willpower.
She is demoralized.
And then I'm going to attempt to blind.
Oh my gosh. Did that
What are the
just happen?
Melzog,
again?
I know
Oh my
you don't like
God.
to see. It's weird that every time. It's just a normal thing for you.
It's like, this is. I've seen too much.
You could just close your eyes; it'd be faster.
Melizog,
this,
from within,
I feel like
from
it's
within your
me.
head, you hear the equivalent of a facepalm.
this has never happened so often as when you are around. Ari, I almost
Sorry.
think I have to be a completely different person.
We need to dismiss the little one.
We
Um,
know. The we know is completely internal.
Yeah. That's both the we need to dismiss the little one and the response is only within Melizog's head.
oh, that's so neat.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna dark power myself a little bit here. I'm going to roll the d4s one at a time and let you know when I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
1, okay. 5, okay. 8. Okay. 9. Okay. 10. Okay. I'm going to stop after giving myself 5 spell points back.
Okay. And taking 13 damage.
I thought it was 10. Wait a minute.
You were at 9 and then you rolled a 4.
Oh, okay. On my screen it was showing 1. Yeah, taking 13 damage. I will fix it. Yikes. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. And then I will end my turn with 1 AP.
Awesome. After Melzog, we're back to Alan.
All right. Thank you for doing that, because I keep forgetting that I'm a witch, so I do have spell points.
He's a witch.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a quick 4d4 damage. Actually, 3d4. Too late. I took 4. Whatever. So 12 damage. That hurts a lot.
It does.
That's okay.
In the mist swirling around you, you see a brief scene of people saying, "What do we do with witches?"
Ouch. And then, oh man, this is vaguely suicidal what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna spend 1 AP and those 4 SP I just gained, and give myself the bleeding condition, and give myself some jagged bones.
Okay, yeah.
And because I didn't use my reactive AP, that leaves me with 6. So I'm gonna make 6 attacks against this thing.
5, right? Because you're gonna have to
5,
make
yes,
up to-
because I gotta move. Yep. Boop. Let's get up here. So 1. I'm just gonna keep track of the hits here. So 1.
Sure, that's 1 hit.
Holy
Crit.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think that one hit.
That misses. Hits.
That's a hit.
Miss.
Don't think that one hit. And how about that one?
I.
4?
Hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5. You rolled 1 too many because you had to spend 1 AP to move.
Oh, right. Yeah, because there was 2 misses. Yeah, so
Yep.
2 hits and a crit. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So we'll do the 2 regular hits first. 1. Am I in the aura of aggression there?
You are.
Sweet. So that'll be 8.
Okay.
And 11.
Okay.
And then 4, 5. And I'll go ahead and just plug all of this stuff in for this one. 13 for that one.
Nice.
And yeah, that's all I got.
All right, so before the cows go, the prognosticator will turn to you, Alan, after all of that you did to it. You will see that it regains 1 hit point, which is a little underwhelming.
I lost 1 because of bleeding.
Yes. Little underwhelming to regain 1 hit point, but when you have the mythic trait, it adds up.
Yep.
And she is going to basically give you the RA treatment. She's first going to try to slam you with her horns.
Okay. I used all of my AP.
That's a crit fail. She will
Pathetic.
Ha! Missed.
Having had Ari jeer at her like that, she'll whirl around and try to gore Ari. 12 versus armor rating.
Misses.
Okay. And then she'll swing her antlers back to Alan for one final attack.
Sure, this is your world.
18 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. All right. That is going to be 8 sharp damage.
And I'm at 0.
All right.
Oh no!
Zero
No! No! No!
buddies.
No!
And now it's the cows, followed by Quentin. Sparkles is already flanking with Ari, so Sparkles will just go to town, get to work. First, that's a hit. Second, also a hit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
For 14 damage.
Nice.
No, for 18 damage because of the aura of aggression.
Yeah, it's what
Nice. Oh my god!
Sparkles.
You go, Sparkles.
If this other cow happens to do it, we'll give the credit to Sparkles.
As it should.
But no, that's a miss. So it's Quentin's turn.
Okay.
A 17 misses?
That's right. There's the demoralized.
And flanking.
and flank. Okay, no, it does. It does hit.
I was like, that's a lot!
It does have a really high AC, or AR, but you're right. That does hit 7 damage. All right, yeah, Quentin, you're up.
Alright, so Quentin is gonna, let's see, how far... Oof. So it can move up to its speed and then use its ability once per turn, and its ability is, with airdrop gives it another set of movement.
I believe that's correct, yeah.
So with that,
Nice.
Quentin will get himself here, and then he's going to spend 2 AP, but it's to do 2 things, or one thing twice. He's going to use both of his abilities to do nurturance. One he's going to do on Alan, and the other he's going to do on Ari.
Nice.
So I will roll for the one for Alan first.
And nurturance is 1 hit point for this many turns.
Yes, so for the next 6 turns, Alan gets 1 hit point. And then this one will be for Ari. For the next 2 turns, Ari gets
Yeah,
1
it's
hit
better
point.
than nothing.
It's at the start of your turns that it happens.
Cool.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that.
That brings
Excellent.
us down to 3 AP. We're going to swing, see if we could backhand this person for being mean. Oh, this is all of our worlds. You stop.
Yeah.
18 plus stuff.
Yeah, 18 plus stuff will hit.
5.
You all are uncannily good at dropping enemies down to 1 hit point, so 5 will do it. Quentin, how do you do it?
He's just trying to, wasn't even thinking of, killing her. He's just like, don't hurt my friends. This is our world. So he's just backhand her, but he accidentally hit her in the side of the neck, and there's just a sickening snap, and she collapses, and he's just standing there with his hand up like, oh, oops, okay.
Good job, Quinn.
I guess we're not talking to her. Oh, shoot.
I guess not. Well, and as
Probably
she
that.
dissolves, the purplish mist also dissolves, and you find yourself back in the original cavern.
I was really hoping we could keep one semi-alive to conversate.
Me too.
Alright.
I don't think they were in a talking mood.
Also, I
You
feel like
tell
they
me.
probably came as a set.
They did kill macaroni.
Once you broke one, it wasn't going to work as well.
Indeed.
With combat being ended, can I go ahead and gain those 6 HP that I would have got?
Only because you had bleeding only gain 5. You can like end the bleeding
Well,
condition
because I
after.
can end the bleeding immediately on my turn.
You're right. And
So
it's end of turn that
I was gonna do that anyways.
Right, okay. Then yes.
Sweet.
Oh, gosh.
Shall we
I didn't
explore?
get a death point.
Do we need to take a small break here? Shall we explore? What do you all think?
I'm fine.
Also, we need to get Volk up onto the lookout.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah, you did a
Where-
really good job, Duke. That was good work.
Yeah, so I mean, overall, you find yourself in this large cavern with greenish water that looks like it might be acidic, like the previous area that you found. And there are lots of roots and brambles in this cavern. Although it is not drawn on the map, there would be a passage out of it on the far south side.
Like I said, do we want to take a small a small time to recoup, or shall we continue to just charge along?
Oh, yeah.
I could handle a little sit down.
Why don't we take a moment? I'll put the tea on.
You can all gain the benefits of a recoup.
I don't need a recoup, so I'm going to while they're doing that, I am going to I'm going to investigate the butterflies and draw and take some notes, draw some pictures in my journal.
Okay.
Because carnivorous butterflies, that's kind of weird.
Quentin is gonna start heading back to fetch macaroni and make sure macaroni's okay, and bring not macaroni, Babe.
Blue.
Macaroni.
Babe. Yeah.
Yeah, he does look sorrowfully at the remains of macaroni as he goes by, but he's gonna go fetch Babe. On his way though, heroism would die. Is he still frightened of cows?
Does the condition end when the creature that cast the spell dies? I think so. I think it makes sense that they do.
Okay. Well, thank goodness, because so he does go get Babe and kind of make sure Babe is as okay as possible, and ushers Babe back with everybody else.
On if the spell had crit, then it would be permanent. Otherwise, it has a duration of 24 hours. So, because the creature who cast it also died, I'm gonna say it goes ahead and fades.
Okay.
Now, you can all take your recoup. Something of note about the butterflies that you're studying book, you would see that they are almost cartoon butterflies. They do not look fully formed. It doesn't look like real butterflies were summoned, like from the Everwilds, for example, or from another plane. It looks like these are just, that kind of incomplete picture that someone thinks when they think, oh, a butterfly. It's got kind of just a spherical head. The wings are fairly ornate, but the rest of the stem of the body is not. It doesn't have any legs. It looks like this was just plucked out of someone's mind.
So it's just like magic goo pretending to be a butterfly.
Right.
So I figure if I break it in half, it'll be just like solid all the way through, like no organs or anything.
Correct. Right.
All right. I'm not going to eat it.
I'm considering it.
Against my better judgment, I'm also considering it.
No. They're not actually butterflies.
Yes, they are. They're terrifying.
I eat one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
Why?
Why do I even bother?
I'm gonna bite into it like a chip.
Okay. It goes down like a chip that that you bite a little bit wrong, right? It scratches just a
Oh.
little bit, but it does go down.
Hmm.
It doesn't taste like a butterfly. Aster would know.
What does it taste like?
It tastes. Aster would probably know. It tastes more like a Lion King grub. You know, large and slimy, slimy yet satisfying.
Okay. Well, at least it's satisfying.
Uh-huh. But again,
I don't know,
the
I
edges
just
of
gotta
it
get the
scrape
image of
like a
the-
bad chip.
It is
Yeah.
unfortunately sharp, but otherwise quite pleasant. Not a butterfly.
Yeah, I've had
Yeah.
worse.
I'm going to be honest with you, Alan. What is the worst thing you've ever had? Because you've said that about some quite heinous things.
Well, you know, you ever been out on the range for too long, and you know, some sourdough bread that just goes bad? I mean,
No.
you still gotta eat.
I have not personally experienced that.
Oddly enough, this was softer than that bread was.
Remind me to cook everybody a nourishing, tasty, delicious meal when we get back.
Yeah,
When
where
we
are
get
we?
back, cook us a nourishing, tasty, delicious meal, Quentin.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Ari, we are in a cave fighting
I got
the
that.
Tarot Coven.
Gotcha.
I have a question. Who is that?
That's
Hi.
all.
That's all.
Well, you would know her, right?
Yes. Sorry. Book being since you are in charge of a brewery that outsources beers to the Apparition Inn, Ari would be the other proprietor of the Apparition Inn besides Jasper Doulahan.
I have further questions.
Uh,
One, why are you here, and did Oscar explode?
Yes.
Oh no!
Oscar
It
will
happens
probably be
sometimes.
back at the Apparition Inn.
Who?
Your newest employee.
I don't remember names. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, but they all just kind of play musical adventures.
I was trying to eat a ghost and then I was here.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah.
Why were you trying to eat a ghost?
Well, the last time I ate one, it was in an apple, and then suddenly I can go invisible. So I thought if I ate another one, other cool shit would happen. But you stopped me before I could eat it.
No, I mean its arm is still over there, is it not?
Yeah, but I don't know if it counts if I just eat the arm. I think I'd eat the whole thing.
I never had
Well-
ghost. I could go for some ghost.
I have to fight Aster for it.
It's just empty calories.
Oh.
I don't know, the logic
No.
makes sense to me.
Haha, I get that joke.
How's
What joke?
everybody feeling? Is everyone okay?
Okay.
I have been worse.
Your eyes seem normal. Most of the fight they didn't, but they seem normal now.
For now.
I mean, I've had a pretty good break. I'm good for a little bit.
Should we have a look-see about then?
Yeah, let's take a look around.
We might as well.
While we were chilling, I'm gonna re-up my adapt.
Okay. So if you have your look-see, then the passage to the south, hidden behind these southernmost brambles, would lead to a series of smaller caverns that effectively double as bedchambers and a living area. As you search through the remains of the Tarot Coven's dungeon, you would each find a substantial amount of gems that were likely material components for their various rituals, which you can either use as such or repurpose and just like resell for monetary value. So the way I'm gonna handle that is effectively each of you get 700 silver coins worth of value, which you can either use as silver coins or you can use as material components if you have a ritual or an invocation that needs like gems or something like that.
Man,
Furthermore, we did this a few months ago after you all made it back to after you all defeated Zane, I believe is when we started doing this. I awarded you each effectively 15 essence points worth of magic item, which you could either get that magic item or you could save those 15 essence points. And then next time I did this, you could get a better magic item. So I'm going to award everyone an additional 10 essence points. If you already got a magic item, then you know, any essence you had left over you can use toward this total. Otherwise, you've got 10 more to spend on stuff, on magic items that you find in the dungeon. So that's the like mechanical side of the treasure you find. The and whatever magic items you find would basically just be stuff that they stole from previous adventurers that they defeated. Which is why like it may not be tarot themed. It just happens to be something that one of you might find useful. Hence me kind of gamifying the amount of essence that you have to get an item you want. What is specifically relevant to the Tarot Coven, and what many of you, probably especially Melizog, would find interest in, is the journal that was kept by, or the set of 3 journals that were kept by each of them. And it's probably really interesting for some of you to read through these, because the 3 writing styles are very, very distinct. You know, the past writes in thick paragraphs and is very detail oriented. The future is just like mind maps of journal ideas, right? Like bullet points that link to other bullet points. Present is almost like a dialogue style kind of journal entry. But each of these will give you some additional knowledge into the world, which I'll put in writing once we're done here tonight. They're also going to give anyone who reads them additional skill points pertaining to Arcana, astrology, and astronomy. Primarily astrology. So if that's something you read in your free time, let me know, and I'll give you like the skill points that you get from that.
Those are all skills that I actively engage with.
Fantastic.
I believe if Book is willing, Melizog and Book will both be poring over this book quite a bit.
Yeah. Book club.
I see what you did there.
And the last thing that you would all find is what appears to be an enchanted tarot deck.
Ooh.
Ooh, pretty cards.
Can we just pull a bunch and see what happens?
No,
What?
I
Why
mean probably not a
not?
great idea.
I kind of want to
Thank
play
you.
with this a little bit, to
Dixie.
be honest with you. It is magical in nature, and the only way to fully understand magic is to experiment.
I'll do it.
Or you
You
can
do it.
approach it from a purely academic standpoint, figure out what it could possibly do, and then start fucking around with it.
What could it possibly do? How can you figure that out
It
without
could possibly
someone?
do many things.
Or it could
If at
possibly
any
do
point while
nothing.
they're discussing this, it's left unattended, Alan's gonna just pull a card.
I think Quentin kind of goes up with the idea, but he's just too like sheepish and shy. Like they're so pretty and fancy. He has no idea what they're talking
Ari
about.
will cover if she sees Alan going for it.
Meanwhile, I'm explaining the whole thing about how you can use magical theory to isolate various. It's like, oh, you're just oh. I hate you guys.
I think it's fair to say Alan manages to sneak one while that discussion is going on.
Absolutely, because it's a long-standing discussion. Because Melazog counters with like magical theory is great and all, but it led to an explosion more times than actively going through and touching something.
No. Actively going through and touching something what makes things explode. Magical theory is how
I
that
touch
you know that
things
it can
all the
possibly
time and
explode
they
in the
don't
first
explode.
place.
Hey, what's this card say?
You got the 6 of Pentacles, but you drew it upside down. So, how coy do I want to be with this? You do not discern anything happening.
See, it's fine.
I don't know what you're worried about. This didn't even do nothing.
But can I have you make an intelligence check or an intellect check and add astrology?
Astrology.
That one looks
Alright.
cool. I want one.
They are pretty. I do.
Yeah,
Kind
you
of
take
want
too.
one
We
as
all should
well.
take one.
23.
That would have given a benefit to a hostile creature if there were one in the area.
I will explain this in some detail.
You would also
I-
determine it would give a benefit to the hostile creature rather than to Alan because it was drawn upside down.
Oh.
Quentin,
So
I
you're
will
saying
rephrase
they're
that as-
Well, what if I
usually
just
good?
turn it the other way?
Just do it right.
Once you
Turn
turn
it the other way
can't turn
around.
it. That's
Try
the whole
putting it
point.
back in the deck right side up and pulling it again.
That's not how fate works.
You put it
I
back.
would definitely try that.
You try to draw it right side up, and magically it's a different card.
I want to
Whoa.
pull
Oh,
the card.
no.
That's interesting.
Well, I said
know
that,
what
but
we're
I
doing.
somehow shuffled back to the same card.
Ah!
Was it right side up?
It was right side up.
Oh,
Yeah!
it worked.
6 of Pentacles.
I am a genius.
I don't know why you guys are so worried about these magical artifacts and whatnot.
I pull a card.
Let me get the
After
6
we
of
figure out the
Pentacles
We're
first
all
before I-
pulling cards, Nathan. You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan,
Sparkles
you feel a
Fan them out.
slip it in the cloven hoof. You feel a little bit of a ward go up around you that would repel magical effects.
Sweet. I feel untouchable.
Whoa.
First off, you're not untouchable, but it's
You
more
are, look at you.
importantly, it's yes, there's good stuff in there, but there's also bad stuff in there.
Then why, after we all try it, why don't we just give it to me and I will
You will.
study
will.
it more. I will study it more.
Yes. Once more, only inside Melzog's head.
So was
I'm sorry.
It only
Aster
works.
pulling-
I only draw one at a time. Why
Alright,
can't
who's
I draw a
next?
couple?
I drew one.
Yes. Okay. Astra drew one. Mal, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
It's right side up.
Okay.
Ten of Cups. You gain some shield HP. You feel much better for a brief time. It lasts about 10 seconds,
Okay.
and then you feel back to your normal self.
Yes, I think this deck is fine.
Yeah, see, it's fine.
Quentin's
Melozog will
gonna-
draw a card.
Yes.
Sorry. Go ahead, Quentin. You go first.
Quentin's gonna reach out and kind of like butt Melozog's hand out of the way, pull a card, but he's gonna look at it. He's gonna hand it over to Ari. Here you
Okay.
go.
You are you are the one that drew it, so you hand it to Ari, but the effect
Yeah.
still reaches you. It's it actually doesn't. It would target a hostile creature, as it was upside down, so you're not sure what the effect was. But it was a 6 of Wands. Very pretty card. It looks like a snowflake.
Looks like a
Aw.
snowflake.
Oh,
It does.
nice.
Ooh.
That is pretty.
All right, Malzak, your turn.
And I draw a card.
Peer pressure.
It's upside down. Oh, it's a Major Arcana. Upside down.
But it's upside down. Oh
Yep.
no.
Well,
Yeah.
this sucks. My turn.
You drew the moon, which you feel would give a hostile creature some kind of benefit, but you're not quite sure what it is, as it, didn't target you.
Will you join us, book? No, it has not.
Absolutely not.
All right. Well, then I will take this for now.
Ari, wait, hang on. Ari drew one. Ari got the Priestess,
Oh,
another Major Arcana,
sorry.
right side up.
Always draw that card in tarots. And I hate that. It's following me.
For a limited time, you may ignore one Psyche talent of your choice.
For a
Put the
limited
limit
time
at-
only.
Yeah, right, 24 hours.
I don't know how that works with the one that I have, but yeah. I feel slightly more sane, guys.
That'd be funny if the Psyche talent was the one that
That's no
gave dark
fun.
vision. All of a sudden, it's like, I'm blind!
Actually, I feel less sane
That was a
because
hug.
I get +3 sanity with this psyche talent.
Oh no.
I feel less sane and my fear threshold has gone down by 3. I don't know about this.
Wait, is that Hellforged Heart? Yeah, so you're able to be resurrected now.
For 24 hours if we
For
kill you, we
24
can
hours,
resurrect
yeah.
you.
Alright guys, now's
It's
the time for me to
Experiment
die.
time.
Life insurance.
Yeah.
We're here about your life's extended warranty.
Wait, so if she dies, like right at the end of or like in the middle of, okay, sorry, if she dies and then in the middle of the resurrection, the 24 hours is up. If it's not completed, it doesn't work.
I think we get Ghost Ari.
You know, this is the sort of thing you could answer if someone consulted magical theory.
Alright guys, somebody kill me and then resurrect me. I really need to figure this out.
I do not yet
But
have those
apparently I'm
abilities.
joined the
Mercs have
Fuck
that.
Schools Brigade.
We just got a lot of gems. I'm sure it's possible.
Um,
It
Speaking
might
of,
be
I do not yet
financially
have
possible.
that ability. Everyone does level up.
Cool.
Sweet.
Sweet. Melozog's definitely taking these cards.
Yeah, you can have them.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be a offline conversation too.
Yeah,
I need to
for
know
sure.
what combat cards, how that will work in with that.
Mhm.
Well, shall we start heading back then, or should we stay here until a new day, or what do we do from here? Where now?
Well, it is relatively safe here.
And
We're
we got a
all
bed
beat
theory.
to shit.
Mm,
There are
some of
beds
us
here.
are.
I am.
So-
Maybe it'll be for the best for us to stay
Slum-
here.
Slumber party, yes, okay, yeah, let's do that.
You would see Alan walking up with a fancy new belt that seems to be made of wolf fur.
That's a fancy new belt.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't
Seems
know what it
like-
does. It looks fancy. And then he would like touch what appears to be like a buckle on it, and now he's an actual wolf.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Oh,
That is a very cool trick.
Is there a full moon outside? Do I need to worry?
I don't think I'm able to respond now that I'm a wolf.
Oh god, the card took it away.
You would just hear, wolf noises.
what happened to
Okay.
Alan? Yeah. Quentin says as he
I-
reaches forward and starts scritching behind
Yeah.
the wolf's ears. Oh,
I believe that his magic item that he found, that belt, may have transformed him into a wolf.
oh, so
Ooh.
this is Alan? Alan's.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Gosh, I'm gonna miss him like he was, but he's kind of adorable in a really mean-looking way.
Mm.
I think he may look better in this form, if we're being honest.
Grr.
Do you think he'll let me transform him into my hamster form and ride him into battle?
Oh,
I think that would be amazing.
Okay.
You would hear like excited dog sounds.
Yes. That's gonna be great.
So I'm sorry, I missed. Are you planning to set camp here in the caves, or
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So as you go about, go ahead.
Can I do a roll to figure out if that's a fundamentally bad idea?
Yeah, you could use Arcana, or if you prefer, I don't think you will prefer awareness, but if you want to do like awareness dungeoneering, that would be fine too. Or dungeoneering is intelligent or intellect. Never mind. Yeah, I'll take dungeoneering or Arcana.
Let's go with Arcana.
There is latent magic with a 19. I think you would know that. It would take about 3 days before anything dangerous would happen. Now that the Tarot Coven has been dealt with for now.
There is a latent magical effect. It's fairly mild and it's fading. We could tonight. One night is probably safe. I wouldn't recommend further.
I think I'd rather be home in 3 days than, well, not home, but back to the Apparition Inn.
It's home for you. It's home for all of us.
It's a very homey place.
Quentin's gonna start looking around to see if they had provisions or food or a working kitchen of any kind, so he could start working on meals for people.
Yeah, they did, especially very like mushroom heavy, lots of stuff that grows underground. But
Okay.
yeah, they do.
Are any of them the mushrooms we were looking for on the way in?
Remind me what mushrooms you were looking for.
I made a list of mushrooms that could be used in potions that I'm capable of doing.
That's right. Yes, yeah, there would be some of those, so you'd be able to start brewing those as well.
Well, I'll probably wait until I get home to brew them, but I'll at least put them in my mushroom stack.
Sounds good.
And if
And-
we are getting a rest, I will also get my potions.
Yeah, so you will be able to take a rest and regain all of your resources and whatnot from that. I do want to note though, as you're sharing a meal that Quentin has prepared, Aster and Alan, you would both be especially hungry. Now, depending on what form Alan is in, it's possible no one would notice. It's possible Alan himself wouldn't notice. But you feel just absolutely ravenous.
Okay.
I feel like before the food was set, or as the food was set in front of him, he would just kind of shift back with like a.
Yeah, Quentin would have gotten as many of the mushrooms that he recognizes. He's not trying to add anything he doesn't know because fear of poisoning. But he's trying to make a mushroom melody for everyone. And the roll for that came out to be a 19.
Nice. It is delicious and hearty.
And I'll crack out a couple of the special bottles I brought with me.
Can I try to ascertain why I'm so hungry?
Sure. I think that would either be endurance or intellect for a base. I'll let you pick between those.
Okay. I don't have any endurance skills, but I do have Arcana.
I will accept Arcana. I think that's
Okay.
relevant.
Would you accept nature?
I will also accept nature.
It is a 15.
Okay.
19.
Neither of those are actually quite going to determine what's going on here.
Cool. Is anyone else feeling hungrier than usual?
Whatever food
Especially
was
why.
set in front of Alan, he has. I mean, the ravenous shows with that. Scarves it down aggressively.
Now that
Huh.
they're bringing
Is
attention
this
to
normal?
it, can Quentin use his medicine knowledge to see if he can discern what's wrong with them?
Sure, I'll allow everyone one check now that it's been brought to the party's attention. Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
I don't even know what I would roll.
Because you're not experiencing it directly, I'd only accept intellect, not endurance.
Well, I have a -2, but I could crit.
Well, you don't crit.
No. Just hungry.
18 on Arcana.
That's not quite going to cut it.
Oh.
Would you take history for having heard anything like this before?
I mean, I can't tell quite what's up with you two, but it's a little weird that it's just the two that ate the butterflies.
I will take history.
That is what we have in common.
Yes.
Oh, it's possible that the butterflies that you ate just ceased to exist. That might not be there might be something else, but that's the first thing that springs to mind.
Well,
Is there any way
Perhaps they are.
that Quentin can use guidance on Melazog's role now that he's trying to get more into this stuff?
That's a real stretch, but I will allow it. That's 1d4, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Nope.
what is
Perhaps-
the
Perhaps
threshold?
whatever that was is trying to now grow inside you.
I feel like that'd make me
Well, I
less
don't.
hungry.
I don't feel like I have butterflies in my stomach.
But
Well, not if it is consuming the food that you eat, therefore making it so you're not getting the nutrition you need.
You are not
or
making me
siphoning the
feel better
nutrients
about
from your
this.
own body. Well, you probably shouldn't have eaten the butterflies.
I told you they're horrible things.
I don't know. As hungry as I am, I'm about to eat a few more.
No,
Please do not.
don't eat
At
any
least
more.
until we can figure out what is going on.
The rest of the butterfly corpses are there, if you decide you want to eat them.
If anyone
What
goes on,
kind
I'm
of-
just gonna slap them.
Somebody
What
go
kind of
throw me
root-
the
Like, I'm
acid
really
so I can
weak.
sleep.
What kind of roots are these around us?
Real low endurance roll.
I mean, Forgive me for being really general, but they're tree roots.
Okay. I'm going to start chewing on one. Break
Okay.
off a small piece and just chew on it.
Sure.
Bark, nutritional.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we
Okay,
probably should keep a close eye on you two, just to be safe.
I am eyeballing macaroni.
Oh, I hand you a tree root. Chew on this.
Starts gnawing on it.
Let's see.
All right, so we're going to take watches and make sure that Alan does not eat macaroni or Babe, correct? Or
Well,
Sparkles.
Babe's still alive. I wouldn't eat Babe.
Why can't he eat the dead cow? I'm sorry, I'm lost.
Don't want to let it go to waste.
Steaks.
Would you like me to cook it for you?
Yes.
That'd be fantastic.
I did
Okay.
forget that macaroni was the dead one.
So did I.
Quentin's gonna go see if he can do up some steaks for them since they're so hungry.
Yeah.
Well,
With
while we're
having
waiting for the
had his
steaks-
legs knocked out from under him, you could say that macaroni was lean beef.
Ground beef.
Ground beef, yeah. Yeah.
If he only had 3 legs, he'd be tri-tip.
Nice.
While
Can I
we're
roll a
waiting for
scavenging to see
second
how much
dinner,
meat we get from it.
Sorry, what was that, Alan?
Could I roll a scavenging to see if I can help him get as much meat as possible from that?
Sure. I mean, yes. Yes.
Holy!
Yeah. Where was that roll when we were trying to figure out what's wrong with us?
Right? Yeah.
That would have succeeded the DC.
Priorities.
Right. Too hungry to think.
Mhm. I mean, in this situation, meets it.
Ha.
uh,
Oh, I love this show.
Dang.
What is this, an Arby's?
The night, unless anyone else wants to do anything specific, the night otherwise
I do.
passes uneventfully. Okay, Book, what's up?
basically, while the hunger squad here is waiting for second dinner and tucking in, I am going to be asking a lot of invasive questions and poking them a lot to see if I can figure out what's going on. I have both medicine and arcana and a number of other things that might be relevant. So I'm going to sort of approach it from a holistic perspective.
Yeah, let's see. So we had everyone make one roll already. Given like that being your whole downtime activity, I'll give you one more roll using a skill of your choice.
Well, that'll be arcana because I think it's my best skill.
All right. And Quinton can guide if you would like to.
Okay.
A skill that doesn't involve gossiping? Really? Okay. That's my best skill.
I love that.
My best skill is empathy.
Hey,
I've never used it once.
I think we all know what my best skill is. Actually, I have 2. They're tied. Never mind.
What is Ari?
Animal handling and
Applied force.
apply force.
Ari's
wouldn't have
is
guessed that.
eavesdropping.
I think I've only used that once, and it was to hold that door shut.
Hmm.
Oh, and sheltering is tied as well.
Nice. So with a 29, you do beat the DC, which was 22. What Alan and Aster, what they consumed are in fact parasites of some nature that need to be fed a lot in order to not go hungry.
Oh, whoops.
These
Whoops.
these parasites are Bendalexes.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
So we're going to need to
PTSD.
we're going to need to deal with that.
Do we need to vomit?
I mean, you don't You might not need to. You're probably going to.
Continuing to eat more tree root.
Yeah, I'm working my way through whatever's left of macaroni.
Mhm.
Having
So
a big
out of
bowl of
game, I
macaroni.
don't actually know much about this creature.
Yeah, I just linked it in the MythCraft Legends private chat.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously parse out like the metagame knowledge from the character knowledge. You would know the gist of what will happen. It will have a like alien style birthing effect in a few days.
Oh God.
Uh,
Am
the,
I gonna die?
not a, maybe, but we're gonna try to stop that. I just I'm trying to remember if we covered this in school.
This doesn't help my fear of butterflies.
It shouldn't.
Well, to be
If it
fair,
helps,
this one
it's
was
not a real
not
butterfly.
a real butterfly.
It's
Yes.
a butterfly. It looks like a butterfly. It's a butterfly.
It's more of a worm, really. Does that help?
No,
Probably not.
I have -2 intelligence. You're not gonna win this one.
Butterflies are bad.
Well, Zach,
Wait. Will it
Wait,
be
so
an ally?
No.
Oh.
no. Do these things count as a disease
No,
in this current state?
no.
Does this make
I would
you
count them as like a poison though, if you have some kind of something that would interact with that.
What if you just like drink the
No, I've
acid
undue
water? Will it
curse
kill
and
him?
interacts with
Will it
diseases.
kill you? I don't know how that works.
Probably both.
does this mean you two are gonna be parents?
Mazel tov.
Technically, no. I mean, I suppose you could adopt.
Hey, those have the beast tag.
Too.
They do, and I hate that.
I'm gonna animal bond. I'm gonna animal bond my Bendelex.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I hate that.
I do have animal handling.
So
I have the primal spell Animal Bond, and I'm gonna upcharge it so that I can communicate telepathically with it. I don't know what that's gonna look like. I don't know what it's gonna do, but I'm
This
doing
is fascinating.
I suspect it'll just be the word "feed" over
Right.
and over again.
right,
That's
and
my favorite
nom
thing.
nom. Yeah.
No, 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 no.
Hunger.
Well, okay. I
Can I
guess
cast
I
command
should
on
say
it?
this first. Would it be considered hostile to me?
Okay.
Oh, that's...
Oh man, all of those upside down tarot cards should have had effects.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh
That's
no!
exciting. That's so exciting.
I think they should retroactively have effects now because that makes me right.
Okay. I just established that, at least in this case, we're counting them as poison effects. So if you have something that interacts with like curing a poison, that will work. Just to keep things simple, I'm gonna say they're a poison effect while inside you, and a hostile creature once they've hatched.
Dang it. So I can't cast command on it.
It's probably good because I don't know that being able to see through its senses would be.
I think I'd make you
that
gain
would be
fear
Just
from
have to
that.
take a
Yeah.
look at-
Well,
So,
you all would know you've got at least 2 days before they hatch.
Okay.
and here's the good news. You both seem like relatively healthy specimens. It is unlikely to kill you.
I have never appreciated being called a specimen more.
And that having been said, if we can fix it beforehand, that would probably be great, because it's gonna be messy.
It is going to be messy. Any other notes
This
from
is why I
anyone
got
on
kicked out of
the?
magical med school, because my bedside manner is shit.
Any other notes for the long rest or for taking a rest overnight?
I don't know whether anything was potentially going to happen or not, but I am going to go ahead and use 100 SC worth of those stuff that I've got as silver dust and throw a lunar circle in a 60-foot radius around the camp.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just, a little extra thing to keep any invisible or transformed things off of us.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, the night does pass uneventfully. Aside from some dream conversations, which particularly Corey, let's take that off air and figure out some stuff.
Okay.
But after you finish taking your rest and you break camp the next day, you are able to make your way out of the maze. Now, notably, when you leave the main chamber where you fought these, the trio, the 3 witches, when you make your way out, you immediately appear outside the first canyon that you went into, skipping all of the rest of the backtracking, especially the loopy backtracking you had to do in that one puzzle. So, however that works, they, Wrinkle in Time style, like spatially warp you outside of the dungeon.
It's a one-way portal.
Right.
Whoa. Hola.
Is it bright outside?
It is bright outside.
I need sunglasses.
Oh, I have some.
Do you really?
I have Eatblock. Do you want to borrow them?
I don't know what that is, but will it make the light not hurt?
That's why I have them.
Please, yes.
So Eatblock is it's an Inuit sun glare protection thing, like a mask of bone with little thin slits in it.
Nice.
Cool.
Do I look cool?
You've probably seen them in various forms of media, but yeah, I specifically asked for these.
Yeah.
And so I will just go with the deep hood route for the whole thing, but because I only have one pair, but I'm trying to get them to catch on.
Right. Everyone will be wearing them in a few years.
Well, all the bats are.
Right.
Got the day ball to worry about.
Yeah, well, with especially having taken a rest and with 2 casters in the party capable of getting over the various chasms between you and the town, we will hand wave the return time to Chasm Claw. It's going to be a little over 1 day's travel, given like a normal 8-hour travel pace. So I'm just for the sake of expediency, I'm going to say there's no urgency any of you are feeling, so you get there in a day and a half of travel. The one urgency being like the Bendelexes, right? But neither Alan nor Aster feel immediately that they're like bloating or any of the other signs that mean that something is coming soon. So that
When
that
it hatches,
is
I want to keep it in a jar.
oh good, great. That is a ticking time bomb. It's not one that has gone off yet, and you all return to Chasm Claw. So I think we'll call it at that point for this session. So we'll pick up next time with probably a more roleplay focused downtime episode in Chasm Claw before figuring out what is next for the group. And let me, while I remember to do it, let me go ahead and change this to an X to show that the Tarot Coven has been dealt with. There we go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
All right. Well,
It's been a long time since I've been in a game where someone ate a party member at the end of it.
that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Rest in pieces, macaroni. You will taste
Yeah.
these.
Delicious pieces.
We need. We're going to need to buy more war cows.
Probably so.
I thought you were going to say therapy, and I would agree.
At this point, this group needs a better therapist than just myself.
Well, thank you, MythCraft Legends, Patreon Legends, for joining me tonight. Thank you, MythCraft the podcast crew, Andy and Mal, for rotating in for this month. Thank you, Macaroni, for donating your body, and thank you, audience, for hanging out with us as we've gone through this journey. We will see you all next time.
Bye.